markets open. What do we have? In terms of a start, so the Nifty Bank is ticking higher, about 0.5% up on the Nifty Bank, 51,700 or so, I think. The Nifty is down about 1/3%. That's about 80 points lower. Nifty Bank is up 0.12, but it's in the green. I mean, yesterday as well, the Bank Nifty was the one which first turned around, because the Nifty started to recover later. We have 100 points now on the Nifty, so it's a very sort of normal kind of a open. You would look at this screen, if you did not look at what happened last night on Wall Street, you wouldn't guess that 5-6% kind of cuts on Wall Street, but that's what you have. IT, I want to take a quick look at it because the top 5-6 losers were all IT yesterday, and I can spot a few. That's a heat map. I can spot Infeed, HCL Tech, Wipro, TCS, etc. amongst losers right now. But otherwise, I mean, very few gainers, and bulk of it, of course, on the red side to begin the session. 130 lower on the Nifty. Surabhi.
Okay, let's talk about the key losers then. ONGC sliding with the 6% drop in oil prices. ONGC straight away lower, biggest loser on the Nifty right now. Hindalco is 2.5% down. Tech is still falling. Infosys, HCL Tech, TCS, all of these stocks are down between 1% to as much as 2.5%. What else? Tata Motors, again, global-facing business, 2.5% lower here as well. Maruti is lower. Bajaj Auto is lower. Eicher Motors is lower. So most of auto actually is down this morning. Beyond that, you've got Reliance, NTPC, Coal India. These are all the stocks which are down a little over 1%. Let's see what's bringing up the upside. The stocks that we were just discussing with our BFSI expert. HDFC Bank about 1.5% up. Bajaj Finance is barely there, just at the flat line. Really can't even call it a gain. And HDFC Life is also close to the flat line. Otherwise, everything else is either flat or very clearly down. ICICI Bank, most of your other banking names, not really able to support the market much. Let's look at State Bank of India, also lower. So IT and most financials keeping things under check this morning.
Keeping things under check, and the sell-off is accelerating as we speak. We opened closer to the flat line. Now we're down 120 points immediately on the Nifty. And the bigger weakness is the mid-cap end of things. We outperformed the mid-cap end yesterday, but right now the mid-cap index is down about 0.8% straight off the bat. It's the mid-cap IT names which are taking a big knock. But alongside that, we have Bharat Forge, which is lower as well. So, industries exposed to exports or overseas sales, etc. Angel One, weak client addition and lower market share is something that, the street does not like. That stock down 3%. Avenue Supermarts, again, no fireworks in the numbers, 3% SSSG. Despite the store addition, maybe the street is not very happy with the 16.6% revenue growth. They would have expected a little more. That stock lower by about 3% as well. On the way up, though, you did speak about, how the upstream oil companies were lower. But look at the oil marketing companies, HPCL, BPCL, IOC, all of them doing extremely well. Interglobe Aviation as well, uses oil as a key input, doing a lot better. For the second day running, all these textile names are surging. So we have, names like Siaram Silk Milks, Kitex Garments, all of them higher by 3 to 5%. On the way down, though, we do have Mazagon Dock, which stands out with a 6% cut on account of increased supply to OFS that has been announced. All in all, relatively worst day for the mid-cap end of things, and the Nifty now down almost 150 points. The Bank Nifty is the one which is really outperforming, and the biggest contributor to that is HDFC Bank, which is up around 1.5%.
Absolutely. So that's essentially the overall lay of land as far as specific stocks are concerned. So 0.6 lower on the Nifty. Nifty Bank is in the green, as Mangalam said, of course, broader markets. It's too early to look at overall NSE advanced decline ratio because things are still opening up, but we'll give it some time. But maybe just put up the Nifty IT index, 4% yesterday. And by the way, earnings start next week. We'll talk, of course, about Jan to March and what the quarter looked like. But more than that, I think a bulk of the conversation will be around tariffs and what the implications, etc. Are they seeing anything? Are they hearing anything from their clients in the US? 2%, so 6% in 2 days. Well, it's a sharp hit which is coming through in that space. So
just was pointing out, Mazagon Dock down 6.5% because of the OFS. The stock immediately adjusted to the OFS price, which is 2,525 rupees. So there was that much of a discount, and that immediate adjustment has happened as we speak. And yeah, Mangalam Avenue Supermart still down about 4% I guess, despite the top line. What was looking like a decent top line growth.
Yeah, but I guess the street wanted a little more. It's no other, explanation for that apart from the fact that the street wanted a little more. You add more stores, you get eke out a positive same-store sales growth, 16.6%. That also speaks about some sort of weakness that we're seeing in urban slowdown, which still continues because this is the best barometer to track urban middle-class consumption. And if that's not growing, then maybe it's bad news for a lot of the other FMCG companies as well, which are hoping for some recovery to come by.
Dabur, how can we forget? So not sure about where that recovery is. But IT and FMCG, both big sectors, and both have their own overhangs.
Yeah, absolutely.